allows us for a gauge of China's increasing financial clout. We've been harping on this theme. Not only did the PRC pass the United States in initial public offerings this year, but companies raised somewhere in the neighborhood of twice as much money in China than they did on the other side of the Pacific. It's a no-brainer as to why. You can get higher valuations, you get higher emerging market potential, higher growth potential than a country or a market still kind of going through the throes of recession. One of the companies contributing to this trend is a maker of MP3 player technology and other electronic devices, Perception Digital. The shares kick off on the GEM market, the growth enterprise market here in Hong Kong today. And the chairman, Jack Lau, got up early to join us to give us a sneak preview at the company before it hits the bourse today. Jack, morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Bernie.
Okay, first of all, tell me about Perception Digital. It's in some ways a virtual company, right? It's not like you have lots of lines of factory capacity and thousands of workers putting parts and PCBs together. It's a kind of a company this is like cloud computing almost in a way.
It is a new business model. What we do is that we have our proprietary digital signal processing algorithm. We make ordinary electronics extraordinary. And yet we don't have a factory. So what we do is that we outsource all the manufacturing to our partners in mainland China. Mm-hmm. So as a technology company indigenous in Hong Kong, Perception Digital is truly unique.
Mm-hmm. What exactly is it that you do that's proprietary, if you will? I mean, what do you bring to the market? What do you bring, not just the stock market, I mean the actual consumer market,
I understand.
that other people aren't able to bring?
Well, first of all, we are able to put our algorithms into the consumer electronics. For instance, we enable a ordinary MP3 player to have the heart rate monitoring. We enable it to connect to Facebook. Mm-hmm. You can check, we have a 3-dimensional pedometer. It's really state of the art.
Uh-huh. This sounds like, do they make money? I mean, they sound novel and they sound like, very, very interesting technologies. But in terms of being able to monetize that, how successful has Perception Digital?
We have been relatively successful. I mean, for the past 2.5 years, we enabled 14.5 million pieces of these gadgets sold worldwide. Mm-hmm. And just on royalty income alone, for the past 2.5 years, we collected nearly 80 million Hong Kong dollars.
Really? Now, you come from an academic background, right?
That's correct.
You're a professor at Hong Kong University of Science and Technology. And you, along with T.Y. Choi and Roger Cheng, basically put this company together.
Correct.
Was this a hobby? Do you do this in your spare time when you're not teaching classes or doing research papers, or how does it work?
I wish it was a hobby. Initially, it was indeed something that we thought was fun. Uh-huh. But later on, it turned out that it's a much bigger endeavor than we anticipated. So I have to take leave from the university and started with this company full time.
So you actually took a sabbatical in order to do this?
Initially, I took a sabbatical, but now I'm full time with the company.
Okay. Where do you find Perception Digital? I have to admit, I've never seen a product which had the name Perception Digital emblazoned on the outside. It doesn't exist, does it?
Well, we are pretty much the technology inside, right? So we are almost like the technology that powers the next generation consumer electronics. So you won't see our brand name on the shelf, but you will see our brand name inside the case.
These are niche technologies. Are you planning any real big killer applications? Are you going to come out with a real? Are you going to come out with a product which is going to wow the market, might even attract the attention of somebody like Steve Jobs? Now that could be a real humdinger for you.
Well, actually, for the past 2.5 years, as I mentioned, Perception Digital has power 14.5 million pieces of consumer electronics, and right now, Perception Digital, for instance, have a technology called Lift Light. It's a combination using digital signal processing technologies to check your heart rate, to check how fast you run, the calories you burn, and connect to Facebook. I think this will bring a wow factor to the market.
Are these just novelties, or do they actually have life-saving applications down the line?
I don't know if it is life-saving, but Bernie, I mean, when I first started developing technologies, I realized that I should cut down on my coffee intake, for instance. I mean, I realized every time I take up too much coffee, my heart rate just goes through the roof. I mean, I don't know, but I think that you are listening to music, you're enjoying yourself. Why not take good care of yourself as well?
What is the future of the company? You're actually raising a very, very small amount of money right now, about 11 or 12 million U.S. A lot of people take mortgages out for many times that size. What are you going to do with just 11 or 12 million U.S. dollars? And what 5 years down the line, what kind of where do you envision the company heading?
Perception Digital is widely received in Hong Kong. We are 366 times oversubscribed. The actual amount of money that we're taking probably is about 120 million Hong Kong dollars. We are using that money for research and development. As I said, we don't really have a factory, so most of the money that we take in will be for operational issues.
You're also hitting the GEM market as well. I'm curious about that because when the growth enterprise market was launched in the late 90s, there was a lot of hoopla over it. But then what happened is a lot of companies that were listed on the GEM market, the second board here, kind of fell out of favor. They become sort of little rinky-dink sort of has-beens or something like that. Are you worried at all about joining a parade of there have been companies which kind of got disappeared in the woodwork over the years?
Well, we don't quite worry about it. First of all, our company has been profitable. We are really a technology company with solid growth and revenue and profit. We are very confident about our listing in the growth enterprise market. In fact, I think the Hong Kong growth enterprise market was designed specifically for companies such as ours in technology from Hong Kong that aims for the worldwide development.
Do you see Perception Digital growing bigger and bigger, taking on more employees, becoming a real global first-tier player, or is this the sort of thing that when you become ripe for the picking and it fits the fold of a huge Fortune 50 technology company, perhaps it becomes basically assimilated with them? What do you think?
I don't know whether our company in the future will be assimilated or whatnot, but I think that we are a global player. We will be a global player. We'll continue. We actually most of our clients are Fortune 500 clients already, so our clients are really global right now.
It's not very often that we see homegrown kind of brain power like this, and it's something of a coup, I imagine, for HKUST and local boys like yourself. You join a very small group of a very small band of brothers, do you not? In this sense?
Well, we're very extremely happy about the development. I mean, HKUST, the university I've been associated with for 18 years, was specifically set up by the Hong Kong government to develop technologies in Hong Kong. So this is, to some extent, is long expected.
Okay, Dr. Lau, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Benny.
Best of luck today, okay?
Thank you.
And thanks for putting a feather in the cap of Hong Kong. Jack Lau, Perception Digital. Next on the program, deliberations underway as the Fed